Kid Ultra, again, being absolutely, totally selfish. Way to go, Joe King.
Oh, man.
Healing himself, but not anybody else.
Great support play there.
Yeah,
just kind of droning on with your really lame gameplay.
Man, that was some ultra good fun.
No.
I'm kidding.
Bravo for that one.
Wow.
He's just joking.
No.
Holy crap, it's the legendary Mantle Marmot!
Yay!
Penguin clothing.
This is great. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Gearbox Software official stream. I am Elisa Melendez, also known as Elisa Rockdock, your new media manager. I am gesturing wildly with my flippers because I can. To my right, your left, I have Brian Thomas. Hello, Brian. Say hi to the people.
Hello.
Hello. He's design director on Battleborn, and we have, of course, as always, Randy Varnell, creative director on Battleborn. Can we clap that for
It's penguin themed
this
this
so
week.
Good. We are not wearing this for any particular reason. This is just
It's Thursday at Gearbox.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
the day we,
it's just another Thursday at Gearbox. Oh God, wait, hold on. I think they want me to do a taunt.
A taunt.
With this.
Oh, you have to do the one where like you roll up and flip in the air and then come land in the pose.
Yeah, I can do it. Aww.
Yeah.
Except
Yeah.
they don't have next week, but
Solid.
We'll give you
it's pretty good.
B minus.
Excellent. So, hi. We have a lot to get to today, as I'm sure you may have guessed. Today, we are going to show off Toby's friendship raid.
Toby!
High five for friendship. High flipper for friendship. That's good. There you go. Excellent. I can't see or type. This is going to be excellent. Best hour of television on Gearbox 5 ever. So, now, Toby's Friendship Raid is not out until
Next Thursday, I believe.
next Thursday. However, we do have some things that are out now.
Yes.
Like today.
Yes.
Like, I don't know, some cool kid.
Skins and taunts.
And also some support Magnus or something.
Kid Ultra.
Lord
Thank
Agnes.
you.
Oh, that's right. That's
Kid
right.
Ultra.
That little guy.
So our season pass holders or people who bought the stuff got Kid Ultra have had him for a week, have taken up for a spin. We've watched a lot of you play. Stream's been great. It's been awesome watching you in Chaos Rumble. I actually jumped into Chaos Rumble myself last week.
Nice.
Had some like 2v2 Kid Ultras, 3v3 Kid Ultras. It was exciting. A lot. Apparently there are a lot of bolas.
Everybody likes to heal over and over and over again.
Healing
Yeah.
is good.
So today, Kid Ultra is available for everyone.
Yay!
You can get them with credits, 47,500 credits. Save up a little bit, and we've been running. We had some double credit stuff going on last weekend, and I think Joe, right? We're doing double XP this weekend.
So correct.
Is that right? Okay. So again, celebrating a new character. We've got Toby's Friendship Raid coming out next week.
Yes.
Lots of new stuff dropping. Tons of content coming out for you guys over the next few weeks. Lots of new things to try. Lots of reason to come back and check out Battleborn. So, what next, Elisa?
Awesome. So there are some other cool things that are out today and also coming out next week in the form of awesome ways to dress up your character and make them look really, really awesome on the battlefield. So if we can show some of that off,
All right, so
that
I get
would be
to
super great.
change the slide now.
Yeah. Okay. So let us have a look at these skins and taunts. These are available today. So we have Cleese playing his little
bongo
his little
drums
bongos.
on his
That's
Yep.
awesome.
Camera gets up and close in person with him.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, we're
LLC Miko, one of my favorite new ones that's come out recently.
I believe the name of that skin is our corporate sponsorship.
Yes, of course. And then that taunt.
And that Miko taunt, that was made by the community as part of our contest before the game came out.
That is excellent. And then Benedict has probably my favorite skin ever. I'm kind of obsessed with this skin. Because it is, I had a lot of Lisa Frank stuff when I was a kid, and this is just giving me like Benedict Lisa Frank realness right now, and it's
You're
so
Lisa
good.
Frank.
Oh, Elisa Frank. That's it. Oh,
So
see,
it's the Benedict Thunderbird skin. It is
That's
so many
good.
colors.
It's so pretty.
If you feel like you need to demoralize more people playing as Benedict, now you can be rainbow
It's so
flavored.
good.
Yeah.
And then Phoebe has a new taunt as well. I can't do it because flippers. She's giving, that
The L sign, with her and the sword mirrors it over her head.
Yes.
Actually, let's go back one more time and check that. Sorry. There's a new marquee skin. You can't really see it well on this,
all,
but
like,
it's
kinda camoed
it's
out.
kind of
It's
a
really cool.
a camo out skin. I believe that's also the new Oscar Mike desert camo skin there too.
Yes.
So if you want to be that kind of modern soldier, go for it. Another taunt from Caldarius. All right, let's take a look at what's coming up. It's next week
So
for the next batch.
those are today.
Those
You
are-
can get those like right now. Well, actually, right after the stream. Watch this.
No,
then
they're. I think they are out now. They are live. They're very soon. But yes,
Well,
wait till
yes.
after the stream to go get them, and then
Watch
go pick them
now,
up. They are
get
available
later.
for platinum in the marketplace as soon as you want. So get them and use them to say hello to your friends.
Yes.
All right, next batch. What do we have coming up next week?
People are really loving it. So next week's a big week for skins and taunts as well. We have this is probably one of my favorite ways of showing off skins and taunts now because it just feels like a really cool class picture. Can we talk about Kelvin?
Yeah, Kelvin doing a little bit of the dance there.
Doing the running man, so good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Baby looks awesome. Boulder's chilling.
Boulder doing just Boulder things with the axe and the
Pendles. I see you whipping and naining. That's right. Shane and Orox.
New Phoebe skin over there a little bit. You see, it's got kind of the red and black going on. Missed the details kind of out at this distance. Toby has both a new skin and a new taunt going on there. This is his featured week.
And in honor of the election, you can get your Toby America skin.
G.I. Joby skin.
So you can
Wow, a GI.
That's a terrible pun.
Yeah, that's great. That's fantastic. And then Alani also has probably one of the coolest taunts.
Yep.
Making it rain.
Making it rain. And then we
So good.
didn't see it too much on the side, but a brand new skin from Melka. Kind of a cyber future skin. It looks really cool when you get on that and look at that.
Yeah.
Melka over there, zoomed in.
Yeah, so those are available next week. So you got stuff this week, you got stuff next week. It's pretty awesome. This is great. I'm super excited. So now another awesome thing that we're going to talk about today is, of course, Toby's friendship raid.
Yeah.
Right? We're going to learn the meaning of friendship today, I think.
Aw.
From Toby, who is friendly up to a point.
Up to a point.
Up to a point.
Wait, hold on. Can we check in with Toby?
We have a
Friends?
live cam.
Okay, all right. We're coming at you. All right, we're checking in. They're getting ready.
So far, everything's friendly. Everything's
Okay.
good.
All right, cool.
Just getting ready for some interaction there. Okay. I wouldn't say there's a lot of raiding going on yet.
No.
But
They're getting ready.
definitely
They're
some
getting
right.
loose.
You
They're
know.
getting relaxed.
It's Toby's
This is
cousin
good.
Blaine and Topher.
Blaine and Topher. All right. So far
This is so
everything's
good.
good in the penguin
right.
area.
All right, just
Things are
making sure.
calm.
All right,
It's
cool.
keeping it friendly.
All right, things are good. We will be checking
Okay.
back in with Toby throughout the stream with our patented do not steal penguin cam. So there you go. Now, speaking of Toby and his friendship raid, this would be an excellent opportunity, I think, for those that might be kind of getting into the story yacht business for the first time. I'm trying to talk very seriously about stuff, and I'm just gesturing with flippers. This is fantastic. So, for those that may or may not be familiar with story yachts, we did talk about them.
I can't try to make eye
I
contact.
can't even see your
but
face
this-
anymore, so
Trying to make eye
this is just gonna
contact.
keep getting worse as it goes on.
It's great. So, for those that maybe weren't around for the Attica stream when we first talked about this, could we kind of go over the cool things that happen when you play a kind of story yacht mission and what that gets you?
All right, so ops modes. These are some of our new maps coming out, focusing on co-op and single-player experiences. and we wanted to focus on really creating, rerunnable experiences where you're going to get new narrative every time. So they're all designed that you can play through them multiple times. The narrative changes up as you keep going along. Got some really fun stories in here. We've been able to really throw some of our new writing talent at just like coming up with some really zany ideas.
We had some. In fact, I'll jump in there real quick. We had some people that asked in the community how much playthrough is there for people who want the story. Now,
Yeah.
Right.
there's a lot of playthrough for the ops points, which you'll talk about in a little bit. And by the way, BT is the genius behind all of the ops point system. It was one of his brand news when we were coming out of a launch and doing the operations. Loved it, thought it was a great idea, and I think you guys have liked it a lot. So he's going to walk through some of that today. But what's really awesome is, I can't remember what was really awesome. There's something I was really excited about, and then I got excited about BT.
Me. So they're
Writing. 10 different chapters for every operation. So people were asking, even saw some people that were debating, are there 3 or the 4 or 5? There are 10 playthroughs, 10 unique times you'll get a different story every time you play through. That was true for Atticus. It's going to be true for the Toby raid and all that. After you get past the 10th one, if you're still rerunning it for the skins and gear and stuff, which we'll go over again in just a second, it's great. You're going to get a random playthrough at every time like that, so you still get to go and recap some of the great. But think of them again like a season of 10 awesome. We've just done the Netflix thing. We've dropped the whole series with every one of the ops of new story episodes on you. And
go binge to this level.
Yeah.
But every single one of these chapters that you play, up to the first 10 times you beat it, you're going to gain a certain amount of ops points just for replaying the mission. So the first time you play it, you'll start at 0. If you beat it 3 times, you'll get 5 ops points per chapter, so you'll have 15 to start with. When you beat it 3 times, when you beat it all 10 times, you'll start with 50. So you'll gain more just by playing it over and over again. And then the other 50 you're always going to get through things that you do in your mission. So you'll get random side objectives every time, and those will randomize. So sometimes you'll get some really easy, more puzzle-solving ones. Other times you'll get some harder, really like challenging combats layered on top of your mission. Sometimes you got to do exploratory puzzles, but every single time you come through, it should give you a new kind of experience to play with. So you get them collecting them through side objectives, and you'll also find them in loot crates throughout the entire world. So you got to hunt out all the different loot crate locations, figure out where you'll get those pickups from. And basically every single op point that you get is making the game harder. So if you ever played Borderlands and you think about like when your friends join into the game and all of a sudden the difficulty starts ramping up, ops points are basically a dynamic way of doing that. So every single one you accumulate, the game's going to become more lethal. We've got certain bosses will start doing different attacks based on how many ops points you're starting their combats with. Certain combats will throw curveballs at you or throw extra waves at you as you keep going. But when you beat the level, depending on how many ops points you beat the level at, you'll get different tiers of loot.
When you beat the level, and I'm gonna fall on the sword a little bit this week, because a few weeks ago in Atticus, I told you guys you're gonna get the reward whether from ops points, whether or not you win, but you do have to win. That was a lie. I lied. I'm sorry. I would prefer to say I was mistaken. There's a lot to keep going on, and I didn't have my penguin hat on when I was saying it, so
It's a penguin hat of truth.
anything could happen when the penguin hat is not on.
If you can't trust this, what can you trust?
Right. Maybe. Anyway.
So you got to beat the mission. We don't want people just griefing their friends and quitting out early. So you got to beat it to get your reward. But you'll get new skins. You'll get some different. We got commander packs in there. We got different loot that you should get. We have. I think is there new gear coming out?
There is some new gear. In fact, the slide is a little wrong if you guys are watching it. It still says Thrall Rebellion skin. There are unique new skins. 2 skins for every character, again, for the friendship raid, so Toby's friendship raid. So you got hired a lot of people that you really like the skins that we dropped for your characters that you were able to collect on Thrall Rebellion. Friendship raid has 2 more of those for every character, and we'll keep doing that throughout all the operations. So a lot of skins coming that you guys who play the operations can unlock it. So you're asking about gear. Yes, again, we've got a new unique legendary that will drop from the boss, and then a set of 5 legendaries that will appear in the general legendary pool. You'll be able to get them through packs, through other drops in the game, and all of that as you play along. And they have kind of that faction bonus theme, and you're playing with different people on your faction. I think this one is all about rogues this time. And we'll I don't want to spoil the surprise too much, so we'll see what's coming up with that when it drops next week.
Question from the chat. Speaking of skins, we have some Arendi fans in the house. And people are asking about a potential new Arendi skin, and they love the new Arendi Taunts, by the way.
Good. Of course, I don't have I need to look at calendars and stuff like that. We kind of have systematically planned out some new skins for all the characters. We are focusing a little bit more on the ones that we see you guys really love them, but Arendi has always been popular. There's definitely I can't remember how many more are in the pipe, but in the immediate future,
There's at least one that I know of that I know we haven't released.
I know. I don't want to say too much about that, but I know there's one
No
more.
spoiling.
It's always fun for me because I'm like 3 months ahead of everything else. It's like, yeah, that thing that'll turn on later. Yeah, I got done with that a while ago.
Right.
I'm already using that eternally at Gearbox playtest, so I don't know.
And Kuba loves the Atticus and Thrall Rebellion skins and can't wait to see what's coming up for Toby's Friendship Raid. I'm so
Good.
excited. Speaking of, I think we might have a little bit of a teaser
I think we
of
do.
some of the cool stuff
Our
that you
remote
might
not
get.
working.
Do the thing.
All right. Again, a
Okay.
recap. We went over this a couple of weeks ago. Just a recap on ops points. Again, Commander Loot Pack for you get 1 at 60. The first time you hit 60, you'll never get that again. But every time you hit 100 ops points like that, you will get Commander Loot Packs. The faction of the character that you're playing. So again, if you're looking for more rogue skins, you want to play as a rogue character, bring Toby or Reyna or Whiskey or Arendi or any of your favorites there. Run them through the mission. If you can get 100 ops points, that means you're going to have to play through multiple times. So you start at 50, and then you're going to have to really, really 100% the level. You're going to need to hit all the challenges. You're going to need to win all the boss fights. You're going to need to open
Awesome.
all the chests.
Yep.
Get all those points. I heard a lot of people already on the forums that are really enjoying the challenge of doing that. After a while, you can kind of get that on a place where you can almost do it every time. That's awesome. You guys are awesome, and you're getting those great commander packs every time that have more skins for that faction. I think a guaranteed skin and a possible taunt for characters in that faction when you get into. So there are more titles and taunts. There are some additional, at least one additional Toby skin that you can unlock. I'm not going to spoil it too much, but you can unlock in the raid when you get it next week. So by doing stuff, I won't say what, but you guys can figure that out.
We had fun hiding it.
Ooh, okay.
All right, now here's Reyna doing a thing here. All right.
That was the best screenshot that's ever been screenshotted.
Yep.
Okay.
Reyna's excited.
Neat.
Yeah.
That was Reyna. Oh, that's right, because we have a new Reyna and a new Toby skin to talk about here,
Yes.
right? So these are also this is some of what we're talking about there.
Oh, look at the little guy. Aw. Little guy's so cute. Wait,
Okay.
Wait, I'm not supposed to call him
Uh-oh.
cute, right?
No, don't call him cute. That's what.
Don't call him cute.
No. And just don't patronize him in any way.
Don't patronize him in any way.
There's a great lore item for people who love Toby and have played through the lore stuff in the game, where it talks a little bit about his background and all. And there was apparently a bad moment where he was being interviewed after he was rescued by an officer of the UPR, and it didn't go quite well.
Ooh.
Toby kind of has that effect on people. He's adorable. Is it time to? In fact,
Can we check in with him?
how's the
How's
it?
he doing?
Toby cam?
How's he doing?
A penguin
Whoa,
cam.
whoa,
Uh-oh.
whoa, hold
He's my
on.
friends.
Oh, looks like we have the beginning
Okay,
of a.
oh, no,
There's
oh, no,
a
Toby.
little bit of a penguin
Toby.
altercation going on now.
Toby, chill out, my dude. No!
Oh, whoa! That's.
Oh, no. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Don't call him
Apparently,
cute.
some patronizing was happening there in
Well, then.
Classic Blaine.
classic.
This is awesome. But now, speaking of Toby, we always, whenever we do a character reveal stream, we always tend to talk about the character kind of in depth.
Sure.
But switch over to the next one.
Oh,
Don't
do
wanna
we?
talk
Oh, we
about-
have more slides.
Yeah, there's more.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
fan art.
So, speaking of cute, which he's not. He's not cute.
Totally
speaking
not
of
cute.
cute, which he's not.
But this art is cute.
The art
But
is
this
cute.
art is adorable. So usually when we do a character reveal stream, we do tend to talk about the character a lot. But for those that might not necessarily be familiar with Toby and kind of his story, what's the deal with the little guy?
So when we ended up with all these bird characters in our game, I don't think it's something we ever quite set out to do. It's just
There's just a lot of birds.
We ended up with a bunch of birds.
We like to make weird stuff, and if you've ever go watch a bird video other than our penguin cam, birds are weird. They do weird things with their necks, and they're basically
Birds
little.
are weird.
I mean, they're tiny dinosaurs. So
Yeah,
Well-
which we have. I think we have dinosaur skins for all of our birds. I know we have one for Ernest, and there's maybe some more in the future there. But when we ended up with Benedict and Toby and Ernest, who came out just a couple of months ago, we were looking at it kind of, well, they all have to come from kind of the same place. So they come from the system. There was a couple planets in the system. One of them is Menic B we talk about, but we kind of set up this almost class system among the birds. And the first two that we really talked a lot about were Benedict and Toby, because they're very different. Benedict, while he has wings, Benedict also has his arm claws, and very articulate. So his species of we call them aviants, A-V-I-A-N-T-S. Aviant. The avians. So Benedict, of course, they're kind of the muscle and the bros and all of that, and they're very active and all of that. and the penguin, we call them the Finiski avians, and the Toby type, are kind of the brains of the operation. They're all very, very smart, and they've had to kind of involve that kind of intellect as a survival trait because they don't have opposable thumbs. They have flippers, and so they have to. You look at Toby anytime he's like using the computer in his mech. All the controls have been customized for flipper operation and for neural interface and all of that. So. Toby, kind of as a representative of his race, has a little chip on his shoulder. He's always, they're small, they're kind of cute, and they're kind of tired of being put up on. It really kind of is the jocks versus the nerds in avian society there between Benedict and Toby and the kind of the rest of the race. So Toby's really developed this in kind of a syndrome. In fact, one of the themes that you're gonna get to deal with the Toby friendship raid is. Toby has some anger issues. He's been kind of, not only from a society, but even now he's kind of integrated into the Battleborn and fought to save the universe. He's been highly undervalued. Toby's first way of expressing that, of course, was building this giant destruction mech of death, which he calls the Berg.
As you do.
Right, as you do. And there's even a lore item that talks about that, having some problems with getting help in the construction and some conflicts there. But he does that, and then he's gone on a number of these. We mentioned it briefly in the lore, but we wanted to do one for real. So a number of the things that he just calls friendship raids. He's bringing his own flavor of friendship to the galaxy.
Aww.
Now, it's a little bit different setup here for Toby's friendship raid because now that we're dealing in kind of we've dealt with the Last Star, we've dealt with Rendame. What do the Battleborn do now? And just kind of life is returning to normal in a universe with one star left in it, right?
Yeah.
So Toby's run into a spot of trouble. His Berg has been captured by a nefarious figure. I won't spoil all of that yet. We'll get a little bit of that in the video in a second.
Yeah.
Right. And he's been captured and held prisoner. So Reyna is organizing the rogues. And just like you do, good rogues, good space pirates, grouping together, and they're going to go help Toby out. They're gonna get him back, and then they're gonna go on a little bit of friendship raiding as a group of friends.
That's awesome.
And gonna get a little bit of revenge, a little bit of friendship. A lovely message at the end of every episode, just like you have.
It's like murder, but happy.
I guess if we had done a crow character and done a bunch of them, it would have been a murder of characters, right? Because a group of crows is called a murder.
I love the crow.
Sucks.
Boo! I mean, that's a great pun.
No. We do have a question about Toby Tobes.
Yes.
How old is he in human years?
Oh, don't use inhuman anything. How old are you? That's another one of those trigger words for Toby. Well, he has a lot of trigger words, kind of like a trigger dictionary. But
Poor little guy.
we were actually looking this up the other day, and we were going back to my infamous timeline where I used to kind of put all the lore together, and I think we figured out human years. Toby's 43, 48, somewhere around there. You can actually, for those of you who are the lawyers of Battleborn form and fiction, you can go back out and you can actually piece it together by looking up for some lore items and all that. But he's actually in human years, he's in his mid 40s, but in avian years, I think it still puts him at late teens, early 20s in human equivalent years.
Is this midlife crisis time, or is this?
No, this is
rebelling from dad time.
This is I'm trying to fit in young adult, rebelling from dad, trying to do all that. So he's had enough years to really nurture some grudges and some neuroses, I guess. He is one of our more neurotic characters. So.
This is excellent. And by the way, shout out to Tenta Prince on DeviantArt for this fantastic Toby fan art, which is so wonderful and awesome. Thank you very much.
Now, do we have some more? Are we ready to scroll on through?
I think we're ready. Also to mention, because we have that group of Kid Ultras and a murder of characters. Would a group of Tobys be called a parliament?
I think technically that's right. A parliament of pigeons. That's the name of a group of penguins.
A pigeon?
So.
Yeah. Parliament
pigeons.
Funkadelic.
Penguins. Another
Penguins.
Parliament of Tobies.
Parliament of Tobies.
Parliament of Tobies.
You know,
That's a good prog rock band right there.
Parliament of Tobies. This is great. So now we have Toby's friendship raid. You set it up a little bit, but is there anything else you kind of want to set it up with?
So this is a clip from one of the scenes from the loading movie. We'll have these great movies at the beginning of every one of the operations that'll kind of set up the mission and what's going on. Again, Toby's overall starts. Toby's Berg has been captured as well as Toby.
Oh no.
Basically, what's going on as Rendane has, I don't want to, there's too many spoilers for you. I guess you're watching the screen. You probably played some Battleborn. Rendane, you deal with Rendane in the last mission of the main campaign, and now the Battleborn are expanding on the universe. And what you're finding out is with Rendane and the Varelsi kind of dealt with, there are a lot of power gaps.
Okay.
You're trying to fill out and who's in charge now, and there are a lot of people assert those things a different way. The Battleborn, of course, are still mopping up pockets of Varelsi and resistance in the universe, but the rogues kind of reverting to rogue activity. We call them the rogues for a reason. Again, they're kind of our free merchants and our free peoples of Solus. There are our traders, there are pirates and all that. So Toby's gone on to do what he does, but he gets captured. Reyna brings in the cavalry to come help him a little bit. And what you're going to find is there's a convoy of ships that have been also stolen, and they're manufacturing ships stolen from the LLC that are moving at near light speed. In fact, there was a lore item in the battle plan today that talks a little bit about this, and you see some interactions on a forum nonetheless with Reyna and some other people that are rumoring about what's going on here. They're moving at near light speed, so Reyna has to go intercept this, rescue Toby, and then you kind of make your way through, in Toby's raid, a progression of these ships as you play each map as a different ship, making your way to hopefully the bosses in another castle type of scenario, right? And moving through there, and you're gonna get to work your way to get to the end and find out what happens. So if you can, because remember, each time as you're working through another ship, you're gonna start with more ops points. The mission's gonna start a little harder. It's gonna get big. So a big raid through this, progressing to that final moment, and of course unlocking skins and titles and taunts and all sorts of great things as you progress through. So
speaking of skins, we did have a suggestion to get Ernest a penguin skin, but it would just basically be a tux.
Ernest in a tux, it's like my special friend or something like that.
Yeah, it'd be fitting ready for
formal military dress, right? Is it a tux or is it like a military tux, like
something like that?
Badges and on, ribbons.
So everybody
That'd be
can
kind
have
of
a
cool.
little penguin suit and be ready for friendship. It's good.
Neat.
It's excellent. Cool. So I think we're ready to just kind of get into it, right?
So we're gonna take a look at a little bit of gameplay here.
Not all of it. We're
not
not
all of
gonna
it.
spoil it. But here we go. I love his voice.
So I'm guessing that everybody in the chat is hearing the VO and the audio in here. We don't have it looped back in the studio because of bad feedback.
Yeah. So here's hoping. So in case you see anybody not being great, that person is Joe. We have Anthony Nicholson as Miko. I'm Benedict, and we have Joe as our beloved Kid Ultra. So we're going to see a little bit of Kid Ultra gameplay here as well. So it's going to be cool.
Awesome. So again, starting on the spaceship, here they are. Toby's not rescued. Kind of funny that you brought Benedict, because Benedict and Toby have a little bit of past, but they definitely have some special, what do you call it? Special feuding going on there. Interspecies feuding, right? It's really just the natural world. That's the way it is.
Beef.
Yeah,
they got beef.
They have a beef.
They got bird beef.
I love you.
It's
You
poultry.
got the new Miko skin on here. So and I bet you're sporting Benedict's new skin as well,
I couldn't
right?
not. It's so good.
Yeah, so many rainbows.
So again, stolen LLC manufacturer ship. We're gonna go in here, and you're first off gonna kind of warm up on some minions who are part of the defensive systems of the ship. Moving up, taking care of the early combats and moving through. But you're going to get down into the bowels of the ship here in a second after you get to the first few combats. And everybody pay attention as you watch the stream today. BT and some of our other level designers really worked on this and put it together. It really is a manufacturing. In fact, this level made by one of the great level designers who worked on the main game, John Anderson. And if you are familiar with John Anderson levels in all of our games, he also made the Sentinel in the main game. And you remember some of the stuff that John really likes is he likes kind of puzzles. And
Do you like jumping puzzles? Do you like frustrating jumping puzzles that will make you throw your controller into the wall?
What's really cool, different
Well
Battleborn
then.
in our game have different types of mobility. You can get Caldarius, you can get Phoebe, you can get Isaac. Different ways to jump around, move around. Even Benedict here is a kind of an interesting choice on jumping puzzles because you can get up in the air and you can glide and airborne. And we want to be sure in some of our levels to give you an opportunity to use those spaces. In the Thrall Rebellion, we put you up on the roof and we let you take advantage of sniping points and moving around and all that. Toby actually is going to have some legit make your way through it, jumping puzzles and some secrets in down here. And when you guys get your hands on this mission in a week, you have a chance to get through and kind of explore around and talk about that. So, Kid Ultra gameplay here again, getting ready to assault the minions. Put a drone on himself, so he has the healing going on as he moves in there.
Yeah, somebody was a little selfish with the drone, I think, on
Yeah.
this playthrough.
This is-
Cough, cough.
This is low friendship for Friendship Raid.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, but doing really, really cool stuff.
And just like our main game, we mentioned this with the Thrall Rebellion 2, while the difficulty goes up with ops points, your difficulty does also go up on numbers of players.
So this is the guy who stole the
Thaddeus
Thaddeus Wishing Bone. Look, he's wearing the suit and showing it off. That's so mean.
So I don't know how much we need to call attention to this, but he is, yes, in fact, a giant leopard seal.
Oh.
And I don't know how many of our people are up on.
If you don't know what a leopard seal is, get on Wikipedia.
Yeah, let's take a look at that. Leopard seals and penguins, not so friendly.
Oh no. So now we have to clear out the hangar here.
So our bad guy Thaddeus is not only stolen the ship, he's stolen the mech, but as the thralls have been liberated, you're going to see them like if you play our PvP maps. So the thralls that you hire, the mercenary thralls that come and fight for you in incursion, they're already getting out and about. And now you're going to see the thrall, and in fact, even some slightly different modifications of thrall, which if you pay attention over the next couple of operations, you might learn a little bit even more about that. But some different types of thrall that are coming in here and have been hired as mercenaries by Thaddeus just to keep our friends from raiding the ship. So. But as I was saying before, 3 players is going to be a little bit harder. You're going to get more enemies. You're going to be a little bit tougher. You really are going to want to play together as a team. Again, Thaddeus is collecting tech from around the galaxy here. He's manufacturing Generate hover tanks. You're going to see a part here. He's going to be mass manufacturing Toby's mech suit, and using it against him, which is just. It's insult to injury for Toby here.
That's
it's
messed
really
up.
messed
That's legit messed up. People saying, I love the writers, my goodness. I was playing through this a few times and I just kept kind of cracking up because Thaddeus is hilarious.
So we had a lot of fun with this one. Toby's Friendship Raid, we actually, BT was mentioned earlier, we kind of threw a whole mix of writers at it. I think every writer that's at Gearbox actually got to touch this one a little bit. We actually did some writers rooming on it. Came up, and you're gonna see it come out. I think this is one of the weirdest, silliest missions that we have.
Those of you who are fans of Mikey Newman will probably recognize him as the voice of Thaddeus Wishing Bone.
Oh, nice.
So Mikey, who did the voice of Scooter in Borderlands, he also wrote a good chunk of the dialogue with us. Also, Sam Winkler, who wrote the Thrall Rebellion, has been writing a lot of operations for us. And another writer you haven't gotten to meet yet at Gearbox yet, Danny Homan, who's been with us for a little bit. Got to exercise some of his chops here. So again, hats off for just a second to all of those writer guys. They did a good job on this. And again, you're going to get some different flavors and different tones, and I think very appropriate for Toby and the Rogues.
Yeah,
Yep.
and I mean, this is one of the fun things about working on DLC is it always gives us an opportunity to do things that are slightly more lighthearted, slightly more just weird and bizarre. Really ceases to be any wrong answers when it's just like, well, we need a bad guy. It's like, cool.
Who's the natural enemy for penguins?
Who hates penguins?
Leopard seals.
Leopard seals.
Leopard seals.
Run with it.
Nice. Speaking of John Anderson, does John Anderson design any Borderlands areas? Because
He-
this is giving shades.
Absolutely. I'm trying to remember. I think he did one of the later big zone areas in the one with lava and all that. I think that was
Yeah.
his zone he worked on in
I mean,
Borderlands 2.
John's been with us since I want to say Borderlands 1.
Wow.
He's also been in the industry for forever, so going all the way back to 3D Realms days.
Oh.
So
Yeah,
Big ups to John.
super awesome guy. Done a bunch of stuff, bunch of work. I love his puzzles. But I remember when we were working on the main game for Gearbox, you're talking about how ideas like the Thrall Rebellion we talked about last time was a level that we really wanted to kind of incorporate in that core story because it tells an important part of how the Thrall played a role in preparing Tempest for the Battleborn to invade. But one of the things that John Anderson really early on in the project said to us when we were contemplating what levels to build is like, I want to build a robot factory. I want to build a factory. I want to have puzzles. I want to have machines that stomp you. I want to have boxes that move around and all that.
Perfect.
So it was really awesome when we got to the operation of the
There you
DLC.
go.
We remembered that and said, John, I got a level that might be great for you.
Ta-da.
So we had a lot of good time with that.
also, as a trooper, John was able to work on this level and put it together. A large portion of which he was laid up with a broken leg.
Oh, that's right.
Man,
But,
wow.
Still managed to get this level done, and one of my favorite. Just like it's beautiful looking, it's fun to play. Just so happy we were able to actually like make this happen.
The really cool fight here, this is one of the last fights we'll see for demo
Check
today.
this out. Some awesome Benedict.
A lot of a
action.
good bit of there's a lot of verticality where it's playing
Not
around. There's a
bad.
top floor, there's a bottom floor, and in this room again there's kind of a puzzle you have to solve with deactivating the engines. You know, one of the problems that they're having on the raid is these ships are moving at near light speed. So to be able to get the rest of the rogues to intervene, to get Toby off, and to get off safely, one of the tasks that you have to do here is to you're defeating pirates, but you have to defeat the engines and now get out of the engine room. So again, you're looking at the ops. We've got the sub-objective and the main objectives coming in here. You're going to want to complete all of those to really maximize your ops points and really get the best rewards out of the map every time you play through. Good fight against the bulwark bot here. These are scattered throughout the factory. They're again big kind of mini boss type of guys that really mix it up. Going to take a lot of damage. They'll re-shield if you don't stay on them. Kid Ultra again being absolutely totally selfish. Way to go, Joe King.
Oh, man.
Healing himself, but not anybody else.
Great support play there.
Yeah,
Just
seriously.
kind of droning on with your really lame gameplay.
Man, that was some ultra good fun.
I'm kidding.
Bravo for that one.
Wow.
He's just joking.
Oh.
No.
Are you joking?
He is just joking.
No. Awesome.
Good to put a face to the name, Reina Valera.
I love this. Again, getting into more of the factory sequences here. I love this. You know, you don't have a good factory unless there's a sequence with a conveyor belt assembly line. And for those who might not notice, you can see just really quickly, you'll get to spend more time with it next week and out there. You look out the window, you'll notice that we've slowed down a little bit. It's no longer the light speed kind of laser streaks going by. There are big chunks of rock and junk and other things. For those of you, again, who pay attention to Battleborn lore, we are now in a location in this galaxy we've not been at, the Detritus Ring.
Oh.
Which is a big, massive dumping ground. It was an asteroid belt around Solus, the star. And when all of the factions and all the people came here, they started dumping their large, massive capital ships, junk, all their garbage around this. And it became kind of a natural home for the rogues. So it's where Reyna and the rogues hand out. There's a lot of mining that goes out in the asteroids, but that's where this guy is essentially doing laps around the star at just sub-light speed near the Detritus Ring because he doesn't want anybody to bug him there. So
As
Look
one
at him
does.
hovering. He's so cute.
there's some really fun stuff you have going on with the fight along the conveyor belt here. Again, it's a really kind of narrow area with enemies coming out. Oh, great taunt there. Good job.
And scene.
And
And
we
scene.
didn't want to give too much away. You're gonna have to play it for yourself. Toby's Friendship Raid out next week. Toby Tobes.
Yep.
So next Thursday, available. Everybody who has the season pass, it'll just automatically show up, ready to go. For those of you who don't have the season pass, again, a lot of great feedback on the Thrall Rebellion and Toby's Friendship Raid. You can pick up the season pass and get access to all 5 operations. I think for $20 on that, or you can buy the operations individually. I believe for around $5. And that will give you again access to the Great Raid. You get 2 skins for all the characters that you can unlock by playing the raid. Taunts,
Unlockable taunts, new loot.
new loot, and really again, it's at least 10 playthroughs every raid of a new story every playthrough. Again, think of it like a Netflix episode. You got a season of 10 great episodes that are going to tell you the full story of raiding Thaddeus Wishingbone's stolen LLC fleet to rescue Toby and his mech and get a little revenge in the process. So
yeah, and also speaking of revenge and speaking of that playthrough, after we got through that, we got to the conveyor belt. Can we check in on how Toby's doing? Really quick?
Oh, Penguin Cam! Apparently, Toby won the fight, but has been ostracized by Blaine and the other penguins. So,
we have penguins here. This is amazing.
This is so good.
Getting kind of the cold shoulder there.
Oh, yeah. Just up back.
We were told specifically we couldn't have a penguin because tarps. We needed tarps for them
Let's put a tarp
to
down.
poop on.
Because apparently penguins poop everywhere. It's not like I didn't try. But hey, you got the next best thing.
Penguin Cam!
Penguin Cam!
Penguin
Penguin Cam! Penguin height. That's awesome.
All right.
Yes. So, one cool thing, I know that, we might be coming towards the end of stuff.
So I just want to do this.
Go ahead. See, that's not friendship like. That's not.
Yeah, but it's funny for me.
That's not.
It's like we can. Oh, you know what we're doing? We're doing the whole like it's like the Jedi thing. In Star Wars, you pull down the helmet so you can't see, and then you use your Jedi penguin powers. Yeah.
Jedi penguin powers.
I can see everything because I didn't.
Could we really quick get a story behind that hat?
What's your favorite snowboarding game?
So
Yes.
this.
And show it off. Like,
Yeah,
like
yeah. So
really,
this
really
this
take them on a tour.
this excellent penguin hat here with these great little legs you could top so it doesn't come off. I bought at a great hat shop in Breckenridge, Colorado, a little over a decade ago. I don't get to snow ski or go out much, but I love the mountains, love the snow, and we were going to take another trip to go to Breckenridge, and decided this time I was going to learn to snowboard. Never snowboarded before, not really any skill there, not really super athletic. I'm like, I got this, super confident because I've been playing SSX3.
Yeah.
And it dropped like 100 hours in SSX3, and like SSX teaches you all is one after a few hours, like everybody is a pro snowboarder. It can do ridiculous things on the snowboard, and it's super fun.
Yeah.
And that one of the great things that SSX did is you unlock great hats and clothing for all of your characters and doing that, and you have to have a great snowboarding hat. So I got to Breckenridge the night before. I'm going to go snowboard. I've got the equipment. I'm really feeling it. I go to the shop. I buy this awesome penguin hat because it's great.
It is pretty great.
And the next day, you go up to the top of the slope because SSX has taught me I'm too great for lessons.
Yeah,
why not? I'm just going to go do it. My friend's going to teach me and all that. And I think Eddie Izzard said it best when he said that there's only two positions in snowboarding. You're either cool or dead. And I was dead. I started at the top of a slope, and it just so happened I at least was going to try a green slope, so it puts me like right under a lip the whole time, with people just passing overhead, waving at me. Cool hat, bro. Nice bird hat, man. Ooh, look at you, penguin dude. And as I'm basically doing a stomach crunch to get on my feet, going about 10 feet down the slope, and then face planting with my hat on. Then take off the snowboard, chase the hat down the slope, put the hat back on. Got about halfway down the slope, detached the snowboard, angrily stomped back down, put the snowboard on the counter, and said, "I'd like my skis back, please." So, but I did wear the penguin hat for the rest of the trip, and it's been with me the whole time. So there's the great legend of the ridiculous, awful, horrible penguin hat that I wear.
Yeah. It is an amazing hat.
Penguin hat.
It is the best penguin hat. Do not sell that hat short. I think people want a skin where they can have the penguin hat.
So visit Breckenridge, get yourself a penguin hat.
Go Breck, just Breck.
Okay.
And also,
Does it have a name?
Hold on, I'm gonna put it on.
Does it have a name?
No, it doesn't really have a name yet. But I'll take suggestions
Yes,
if chat has any
we'll take
suggestions.
suggestions if we have a name for the hat.
For the best-
that would be
for the
great.
best-
Someone just said Toby should get a human hat.
I can work on that.
Yes. Chat.
I think Blaine though.
Yeah, I was gonna say Blaine. I think the answer
Blaine
here
is
is
great.
Blaine.
So I can always blame it on Brian.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry, you got me started, but yeah, excellent hair, nice beard.
Human hat.
Blame the penguin hat.
Blame the penguin hat. Blame the penguin hat. Blame the penguin hat. Here we go. So, this stream might have been a little shorter than usual, but just in case you were kind of like missing out on some of this Gearbox software related silliness.
Is there a way that I could watch another stream later, perhaps this weekend?
Sure. Hey, Blaine, could you advance the slide, Blaine? Blaine.
Blaine, where you at?
Blaine. Oh, so we have an extra live stream on Saturday. This Saturday we are having we are having a mini marathon live from Gearbox Studios. We're going to start 8 a.m. on Saturday and finish up at 8 p.m. We're going to be playing all sorts of games, both Gearbox games and also games that we just like. Because yes, we do love the games we put out, but we are gamers at heart and we love all sorts of games. So you're going to have a chance to see a whole bunch of folks playing all sorts of cool things. We're going to have some Borderlands 2, we're going to have some Battleborn, of course. And we're going to even have some tabletop as well as some other cool games from a cast of Gearbox characters. You will not want to miss it. And of course, you could go to extralife.org and just look for Gearbox software. If you would like to donate on our behalf, that would be super, super awesome. But definitely join us on Saturday right here. So if you haven't followed already, hit the follow button with your hand.
Or flipper.
Or flipper, or fin, or whatever you got going. So there you go. Follow us so that you don't miss a single minute of our silliness. Spoiler alert, Joe and I might be kicking off the stream with some Borderlands 2, Tiny Tina, Assault on Dragon feedback.
Oh, yeah.
So there's that. And there might be an opportunity for you to join in on the action and maybe play some Battleborn with us on Saturday. So stay tuned, and come hang out with us for 12 hours and just see how ridiculous we get. Because this is only the beginning, y'all.
This is pre-gaming right now.
We are pre-gaming right now.
That may be the most frightening thing said on the stream today.
Yes, this is only the beginning. Are you into, like, do you do puppetry on the side? Because that is a very good Blaine puppetry situation with your hat. It's pretty great.
What can I say? I'm naturally talented.
Did we just name the hat Blaine, by the way?
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yes, we did. It's
Blaine
great.
confirmed.
Blaine, the ornery brother of Toby Blaine?
Yes. And then, of course, by the way, when you're watching our extra live stream, you will also have the opportunity to win mad stuff. So
Cool.
Definitely join us. We will be giving out things away like, I don't know, claptrap. It's like this big, a bunch of codes that we're just gonna kind of make it rain on y'all. Donation incentives, prizes for just being you and hanging out with us on a 12-hour silly marathon. So definitely join us. However, we couldn't leave you today without giving something away.
What should we give away?
I don't know. What is our habit on these? So we give away usually, I don't know, a bunch of numbers and letters.
Yes.
Today
Numbers?
sponsored by the letter I.
Or
Toby
P.
Um,
P for penguin.
Are we moving? Oh!
Oh!
There it is! Oh, someone's
There you
dressed
go.
up.
Aw, someone's dressed up. I also love the kind of like naming conventions also just as an aside for skins and taunts and stuff.
So all of Toby's skins are basically patronizing phrases.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
You wonder why he's always so angry.
The joke is Toby is so cute that even our user interface can't treat him seriously. So our user interface like makes fun of him constantly.
That's pretty bad.
That is awesome.
Thank
and
you,
meta
Aaron
and
Lindy.
fantastic. That's so good. So that is your Toby skin. If for whatever reason you know somebody who's got a Toby that needs some dressing up, but they weren't here today because of some silly reason or another, no worries. This code will be available on all of our social media channels. So be sure to follow us at Gearbox Software on Twitter and on Facebook and on Instagram, and we probably have a Snapchat kicking around somewhere. Rest in peace, fine. But yes, definitely follow us.
For Vine.
Fine.
Pour one out for Vine.
Poor Vine.
We'll be fine. Don't worry, guys.
Poor Vine.
No.
We'll be fine. But make sure to follow all of our social channels so that, in case folks missed it, there you go. Your skin is right there. Dress up your little guy in gold. Opulence. Excellent accessories. So one more time, could we just make sure that he's doing okay?
Paper
Can
cam!
we,
Pick a cam.
can we
Blaine
just do
and
that?
Blaine and Toby, what's going on?
Blaine, Tobe. Blaine and Tobe. Okay.
Oh, it's nap. Oh,
Okay.
it's
Peace in our time.
yeah.
It's almost like they're forming a little heart.
Oh.
Which is kind of the perfect way to wrap this up.
Friendship
ladies and gents.
raid. Look at
Parliament of Tobies.
Friendship is magic.
flying, waddling in formation, standing in formation. That's kind of what penguins do right there.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah. Penguins are literally and figuratively chilling.
I was kind of hoping a leopard seal was going to come out of that.
No!
It's been a long week. I'm going a little dark.
Unfriend.
No.
I'm sure you can find like Wide World or something like that on the Animal Planet, and I'm sure there's footage of that.
Planet
No.
Earth 2 is coming out.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
anyways, folks, do we have any parting shots for about Toby, Friendship Raid, cool things to expect? Really tell the kids what they're in for next week.
Nothing.
No, oh, good times. Thrall Rebellion is kind of cool. It's dark. It's film noir. Toby is I love the dialogue. I love the writing in Toby. It's weird. It's off the wall. It's fun. You're going to get to see Toby interact with Reyna as the rogue leader. And by the way, we've talked a lot about Toby, but Reyna gets a lot of as a main character in this one as well. You're going to get some Shane and Auroch, some whiskey. I think
Pendle shows up.
Pendles is actually, you're sneaking into a ship and doing a mission, so really get some featured dialogue on all the characters. And for those of you who really want to see Reyna acting as rogue leader,
Yeah.
you're going to get to see kind of Mama Hen Reyna here,
Get it,
dealing
girl.
with her rogue and
Yes.
putting them back in order and all of that, and dealing with Toby and his neurosis and all of that. So it's really fantastic. I can't wait to play it through with some of the community and to get in and do that. It's good fun. So.
Awesome. Yeah. People are super excited about the other folks that are gonna show up. So that's next week, everybody.
Yep.
And the next time we see you is gonna be on Saturday for our extra live stream. So definitely be sure to join us there. We got some awesome new skins and taunts available right now, as well as next week, along with Toby's Friendship Raid. It's gonna be a great few weeks for Battleborn. So definitely stay tuned. Follow us here on Twitch if you haven't already. And we had a great time. How y'all doing? How do you feel today?
We're doing great. You doing all right, Blaine? All right.
Awesome.
Good to go.
Well, everybody, from all of us here at Gearbox Software, I've been Elisa Melendez, Brian Thomas, Randy Barnell, Blaine, which needs his own card and a Twitter channel.
Deep
Have
dive?
a great weekend, everybody.
Go do a
We'll
deep dive
probably
on
see you
Blaine.
all on
We'll have to do
Saturday.
a future tweet, a deep dive on Blaine. So we'll come back to that.
So, from all of us here at Gearbox Software, have a great weekend. We will all see you Saturday. I'm gonna waddle off, y'all. Later.